are now listening to the West Side of THAAfterparty.com.
Hi, I'm James Lott Jr., producer and host of Extra Connections. Join me every Monday live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I bring on people from all walks of life. I will connect you with people, places, things, and ideas. You'll never know who will stop by. That's Extra Connections every Monday on the west side of the After Party Radio. See you at the party.
Connections. Extra Connections. 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 People, places, things, ideas. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, healings. Arts, culture, politics, science. Health, music, acting, dance. Connections. Extra connections. 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 Older, younger, full hunger. Living life, victory, strife. Arts, culture, politics, science. Health, music, acting, dance. 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 Connections. Extra connections. 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 Extra connections. Connections. Extra connections.
It must be Monday, and it's Extra Connections time. I'm your host, James Lott Jr., and we're laughing already because my life is surreal right now. I have two female engineers in my life right now from my past and my present, and they're in the same room together.
Yes.
It was like, I love my women.
Women power.
Women power. We're going to talk about women, too, on the show.
Heck yeah.
How can I describe it? As I'm celebrating my 5-year anniversary on television, I said, let me continue. Yesterday I was on Audition Days on AfterbuzzTV. That's where I got my start. Today I was somebody who I worked with so much most of the 5 years as an engineer producer of many of my shows. Actually, the co-host of several shows we've done together. We did a lot of shows together, but we co-hosted the When Calls to Heart After Show and the When Calls to Heart book series on Booksucker Online, AfterbuzzTV. I mean, she did most of my award-winning show, Breaking Into. She engineered most of them.
75% of your shows.
You did. Well, yeah, all my shows. I mean, all
Probably,
my shows.
yeah.
All my shows. We did all of them. And I call her Lady Boss Queen. I'm so happy to have her here. I haven't seen her in like 7, 8, 9 months. Marisa Serafini.
Hello.
Hi,
James.
welcome to my show.
Thank you for inviting me.
So first, I got to do the church announcements, as we always call them.
Church. Take us to church.
Okay, take us to church.
Okay.
So, we're on the after party. That's THA, not THE. Not the after party. We're the after party. And that's on all social media platforms. Also, follow me everywhere, of course. And then if you're on Facebook, follow me on After Party West. That's all our shows here. Like, get it done with Gina, who is just on. Miss Gina Clayton. I love her to death. Her cookies are the bomb. I'm still talking about them. She gave me some cookies a couple weeks ago. They were the bomb. They're so good. Gina's Cupcakes. Go check it out. She is the bomb. We love her. But also, then this show is on Extra Connection Show on Facebook. We're on iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com, Apple Podcasts. I'm saying it right now. Apple Podcasts, not iTunes anymore. It's Apple Podcasts
Apple
now.
Podcasts. It's been Apple Podcasts for like 5 years.
Well, it's taking me a while to get there. So, you know I'm old. So, Apple Podcasts,
Okay.
you know me.
I forgive you.
So, I finally got it. And we're also on new platforms, Deezer, Google Play. I'm on Spotify now. I mean, I've been submitting the show everywhere.
Goodness.
So, wherever you can listen to anything, look up Extra Connections with James Lott Jr. And you'll find this and many shows on there that I have on there. And, of course, you can follow me at James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. And you can follow her at Serafini TV.
Yes,
Follow her
Serafini TV. I'll spell that for the newer listeners who
newer
don't
listeners.
actually
Yes.
know me on this
Yes.
platform. It's Serafini TV. On anywhere. You
Anywhere. Anywhere.
You can find me. You can
Anywhere.
stalk me later. It's fine.
First, watch this, and then go stalk her afterwards.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow her while you're stalking her so she gets more likes and more things like that. So I think I caught everything. And this Sunday, February 16th, is going to be my actual date. I'm going to do a show at AfterBuzz with Sean Kanan, who will be on. All you guys who want him on Cobra Kai, he wants to go back. He has no news. But he'll be on the show with me and Tammy Govea. It's at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. AfterBuzz TV Dramas, The Bold Breakdown. And you're probably going to watch me cry. I'm probably going to cry. I always do. And so you want to watch that show, too.
I haven't watched Cobra Kai. Actually, I know Shola Maranduena, who plays like the main dude, because he was on Parenthood when he was a kid. And I've interviewed him several times. So I've seen him grow up, and then he got Cobra Kai. I'm like, good for you, dude.
The show is huge on YouTube. It's huge.
And
it's huge.
it has such a following, especially from the 80s and all the nostalgia.
Yes.
People who want,
I'm from the 80s.
Karate Kid come back.
I'm from the 80s,
You're
I know.
from Tarzan. I'm from Tarzan.
So,
I get it.
part of my celebration, I'm giving her a gift, actually. So,
Wait, I have one for you, too.
okay, you have one for me, too.
Okay.
Okay, first you. This is all for you.
What?
You have
Ooh,
to open
it
it on
sounds
camera.
heavy.
It is.
Thank you.
She started laughing.
Ooh, a book. Your book. Being a Hearty, Loving Man Calls the Heart and Navigating Through Tough Moments.
And that's the second book I wrote, but I don't know if you got a copy or not. I don't know if I got a
think I
copy.
did.
Okay, but that was
Maybe
a very
not.
successful book for me. You can get it at Amazon.
Yes. I'm excited.
Michelle Stafford,
Y'all don't know.
skincare.com.
Skin Nation Miracle Potion. It is amazing.
Well, go ahead, there's more in there.
And coconut
oil, that's just for you.
How do you think I look so young? Just thank you, Michelle.
These
Stafford.
products are
And
really
you.
good. Thank
It's
you.
amazing. I mean, I would text James like every
Yeah.
few months and be like, "Yo, can you talk to Michelle?
she gave
I
it to
need
me.
some more." Oh, I love her. Thank you, Michelle.
Yes, Michelle
Yes.
Stafford.
Coconut oil.
And there's one more thing in
It's
there.
amazing.
That's
It's
it.
amazing.
Yeah, one more thing in there,
Oh
too.
yes, even more.
These are all from her.
James Super C Serum. Nice. Is this vitamin C?
Mhm.
I love vitamin C.
So this is all from
Thank
Michelle
you.
Stafford's by SkinNation.com. SkinNation. Michelle Stafford, you know who she is, plays Phyllis on The Young and the Restless for 100,000 years.
I'm so
She's my
excited.
friend. And so I told
And
her about you.
she's so sweet.
She's very nice.
And
Very nice.
very sweet. And she always gave me a hug. I was like, you don't even know me, but yeah. Sure.
And she always bought us
Love
stuff too. So that's
She
how you
did.
got it.
She was
always
so
bought us
sweet, and
stuff.
I always loved engineering for her.
Yeah.
When she would
She
come
came in
on
a
for
lot,
shows.
trust me.
And so James, it's my turn to give.
Oh my God.
Hopefully we're not taking too much.
No,
of
you're
your time.
doing fine.
But
And Janet Isaac says hello. She's a hearty. So hi, Janet.
hello. But I haven't seen you since July.
No.
It's been a minute. But congratulations on your 5 years.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank
Yay!
you.
I like to think I had
You
some
did. No,
part
you
of
did.
it.
You did. have a
But
part of it.
I did get you, as I'm reaching over and totally getting out of frame here.
I love it. You're an engineer. I was like,
I got you cupcakes,
yay.
and they're vegan cupcakes
That's good,
too.
'cause they're good
Because
for you.
I know you've been
Sugar
really
on stuff.
good with your
Yeah.
health, and I was like heading towards the bakery section,
Oh.
and then quickly immediately realized that you don't take sugar, and
Yes.
what a boring life you must live. But
So
I got vegan
I can't have cheese
for you.
anymore either. All kinds of stuff. I can't have this anymore.
Ugh.
I know.
I can't have cheese either, but I love it,
I
and
know.
I refuse.
We've had this talk. I know.
I refuse to believe that my body can't properly digest it
have
because
it.
I'm Asian.
Listen.
But
Asian and black, we can't have cheese. That's what they have
I keep
cheese.
telling I like to think it's mind over matter, even though my body's like, no, girl, you can't. But here's a 5. I totally did not think this through because here's a 5 candle,
you know.
and I need a match to light this. So I guess it's the thought that counts.
It's a thought.
But
I'm taking them
they're
both.
vegan and they're vanilla cream, so I was like really excited about
Yes,
it.
me too.
It's
Thank
packed.
you, guys. That's what they look like.
Aren't they pretty?
They're pretty.
Yes.
Thank you. I will eat them. Thank you. And well, now I'm going to ask you, and
Yes.
we got people in there good. Okay. So since we'll start to talk about me first. So I mean, we hit it off from the very beginning. I remember we hit it off from the very beginning.
Yes, we did.
She was great. We get it off, and I had Asian godparents. I always talk about that. I had Asian godmother and Asian godfather and everything. But she's from the Midwest. I'm people from the Midwest, so we had that in common. Even though we're way different ages.
Wait.
You love the kind of things that are from my time period. That's what kills me.
No, I'm so old. Or more so, I act so much older than I should.
Yes.
And I realized because, I always think people always call me an old soul. And I was like, yeah, awesome, because I am. And I kept thinking, why? I always got along with the older demographic. Even as a teenager, yeah. Even as a teenager, when I was, working in a grocery store and a cashier and bagging, I'd had these 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. shift. And no teenager wants to work that, like, on the weekend, especially after when you're in high school and stuff. But I was always working it. So I was always with the older cashiers, the ladies.
Oh,
they were, like, the 50, 60-year-old
Yes.
ladies who would work the 6 a.m. shift to 2. And so I was always with them. So even growing up, I was always with the older generation. My parents are older; they're baby boomers too.
Yes.
So I think it's just their mentality and their work styles and just like how they grew up and all their values. They just kind of passed it on to me, and I just kind of mentally and behaviorally skipped a generation.
You did. You literally did.
Or 2.
Yeah, you did.
And so I like to think I act older because I get along with the older crowd.
And you're one of the younger ones in your family, right?
I'm the youngest.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
Yeah.
Do you think
You
act?
wouldn't think.
Do you think that you act the oldest by all your siblings?
Heck, yes, I do.
Hi, siblings.
I know I
Yes,
do.
yeah.
I mean, I have a 45-year-old sister, and I act older than she does sometimes. So, I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I think it's just I was never like the overly rambunctious,
Yeah.
always rebelling and stuff. It's just like that never really appealed to me.
And I think that's why.
I want to stay home and read a book.
And I think that's why it actually we balance each other because I'm very youthful.
Yes.
You know that you've worked with me. I'm loud. I'm bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm I'm professional, obviously, and stuff. But just I'm very youthful. And I get along with younger people a lot of times but I think because you are kind of the right amount of older, I'm the right kind of younger. Like I'm not super immature. You're not super whatever. Like it fits somehow. We always got along. So we even
Right.
traveled together, and we got along great
Yeah,
traveling.
Vancouver.
In Vancouver, we did great.
So much
We had a
fun.
great time, and
When
we
are you going
actually
back?
we didn't even we knew each other, but we didn't know how it was to travel with each other, and it went fine.
Right.
We were easy.
Because I always tell people like, "Hey, I'm fun to travel." with."
Yeah, she was.
Like, ooh,
Yep.
well.
I was like,
ding,
there you go.
ding, ding, ding.
She is. She was fun to
Ring-a-ding,
travel with.
ding, ding.
No, we had a good time. You were like, let's try this. Let's go this. I mean,
because
some
I
people are
like
like, how do I do
A lot
this?
of people, especially when you're traveling, I've seen people and I've traveled with people who are like, you take a wrong turn and they freak the F out.
Yes.
And I'm like, calm down. Let's walk 5 minutes in the opposite direction and we'll get back to where we were. It's just like, it's wasted energy when you're spending, like when it's something
Yeah.
easy to fix, especially when it comes to directions. U-turn. Add 30 more minutes
Right.
to your commute to add to the time where you're gonna mess up. I
Right.
mean, I'm actually terrible with directions, but I've gotten better. But I
You were fine.
think
We
it's just
did- we
like
did
it's
fine
how
together.
you handle
Yeah.
the situations. If you lose your patience, if you did something wrong, like
Right.
just take the next bus.
Exactly.
Take the next train.
Right, exactly.
Another one's coming in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Calm down.
Say hi to Tony Moore. He saw
Hi,
you
Tony.
in there. You worked a
up,
lot with
girl?
him too.
Yes.
He said, "Yes, you are all those things." Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Tony.
Yes.
I miss you.
Yes. Now, okay, and Tony's been on the show, you guys. He was on earlier last
Yes,
year.
he's amazing.
Okay, so no, when we worked together, what are some of the things you did like working about with me? What were some of the qualities you felt worked well for me as a host? Because I mean, I think I'm a pretty good host, but I like to always hear from other people what they think about me.
I loved your energy because I tell you, with all the shows I've had to produce and sit in a booth,
Oh yeah.
looking
She
at
knows too. She knows
8
too.
cameras. Oh, girl, I feel like looking at 8 cameras pressing the same 3 goddamn buttons over and
Just
over
unload.
again. No, I'm gonna unload. It's just like it gets very, very repetitive and it gets very, very old.
Yeah.
And when hosts get so like stuck in the ways and like this is their manner, and if they're like too kind of stoic, they're not really showing emotions and
Too
it's not,
hosty.
yeah, exactly.
Too
It's
hosty.
too hosty.
It's like, yes.
And it feels disingenuine sometimes, where like they put on a smile, have a nice professional interview,
Oh,
but
right.
but there was like no heart to it. There was no energy or no real love after it. And then so like I'd do like 5 of those, and then you come in, you're all like, "Hey everybody, what's up?" You know, it's fun. It's another energy,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh, thank God, this is the reason why I'm producing. Like
Yeah.
I'm producing fun people like this. I'm not just like stuck to the same people over and over again." So you always brought like a different, higher energy that's more contagious, and that obviously spread to other people because I think people raise their level to your level, which is like naturally more higher and all
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
and I always enjoy that because when you come into a room, like all the attention gets to you. Not that like you're just seeking attention. It's like you stand out and you're memorable, and I think that's what was always fun because like there were hosts that I would produce for like 6 years, but I don't really remember them at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
I don't remember what the heck they talked about for an hour, but I remember everything you said 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I think it's the
Yeah.
difference of how you present yourself and how you host. It's a different energy that's way more positive and way more enjoyable to be around.
Thank you. Thank you. One of the things one of the things I liked about coaching with you, and is that you're very organized. You know, everybody knows I'm an organizer, and she knows this. I send my show rundowns in. I have all my stuff in there, and one of the things I like about you is that when we did shows together, you had it all down, and you were ready. You came prepared, and I think that's the thing that I just appreciate so much more now when I go to other places and they're not prepared, or someone's like, "Well, I don't know. We'll just wing it," or what is? I'm like, well, I mean, like. You had all this time to produce a show, get ready for it.
Oh, that.
I'm sure you had
Can
that
we
a lot.
unload a little bit? Can
Yeah,
we have,
please
like,
do. That's what you're here for.
A little bit of a therapy
Spill
session?
some tea, girl.
Because
Spill some
it's
tea.
been like almost a year now.
Yeah, spill some tea, girl.
But
Tell us.
it's just like, if this is your job, hosting, you should make it into your schedule how to properly prepare your assets, your pictures, your media, your videos, whatever you need for your show, your rundown, so it has a nice, clear, concise order. Because if you just willy-nilly and just wing it, it's going to be disorganized. Your mind's going to be everywhere. You're not going to know the format. And then when you're listening back, or a random person is listening back who's never heard your show before, it's like, this person has ADD.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's more professional when you know your work before you actually do your work.
Yeah. I agree with that very much. And actually, I always tell you can be more spontaneous when you're prepared.
Right. I mean, like, and you've seen my rundowns too. I had my main topics.
Yeah.
I had some things that I wanted to hit, but all the things in between, because you know our chemistry was so good that we riffed off of each other.
We did.
But like, so long as I hit my main points, and then we freeform.
Well, I know with the Hardy show, especially when it comes to Heart, we love that show so much.
Yes.
That we were prepared, but we were able to go off a little bit here and there. But we stayed on topic for the most part. And shout out to Maria Provenzano because she started that show with us.
Oh, I miss Maria.
I miss Maria too. But I mean, you always had to round us in a little bit. And that's what a good moderator does, a good leader of a show does. You're there to kind of keep it going. But we did play around a little bit and have fun so that folks at home saw my personality. They saw your personality. They saw her personality. So they can, and they can relate I relate to Marisa, or I relate to James. They're like, it's part of, we're here to entertain at the same time. Like, that's part of our job is to entertain you. Because people, within a few seconds, they don't get your attention, they will tune to something else. They don't have to watch us.
Oh, heck yes. I can't even listen to podcasts because I am so disinterested after the first 2 minutes.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I just started listening to podcasts again last week.
How many? Okay.
I consciously avoided podcasts.
Let's think about this for a second. So you were at AfterBuzz for how many years?
7. Too long.
Yes. Yeah, she didn't leave on great terms.
I did, but I didn't.
Yeah, but you did.
I left professionally, but
yes.
And I'm gone.
Yes.
I left.
And but how many shows do you think you did? I mean you can't remember everyone, but like how many you think about?
Well over 1,000 to
Isn't that crazy?
500 plus.
Wow.
Because Anatomy of a Movie alone, we did 300.
Wow.
Let alone all the after shows I did. There was one year I did 6 full hour-long
Oh,
shows.
that's
Because
like
they were
me.
like, Grey's Anatomy, Heroes, Man Calls the Heart. Like, because my type of shows, I like the scripted drama. Because I hate reality. So I like drama, I like fiction. So
Yeah.
those are the things that I study. So all the after shows I did were the hour-long shows. I had to talk for 45 minutes, and all those had like 22 episodes a season.
Yes.
And I was there at AfterBuzz every single day, and so like I never missed an episode.
Wow.
I did Once Upon a Time for
Oh, yeah.
5 seasons.
Yeah.
And it took till like 4 seasons in me hosting that I missed my first show.
Wow.
Only because I was working somewhere else that day.
Wow.
Yeah, so consistently, I'm actually like one of the most consistent people actually ever meet, especially with work.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I never miss a day.
Yeah, she was always there. I yell at her sometimes to go home when she was sick.
Oh, I know.
Go home.
People were telling me to go to
Yes.
urgent care.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I get her
fine.
soup sometimes or orange juice. I got orange juice every time. I'm like, come on,
He
drink
did.
this.
Yeah,
I did.
every time I was like sick as a dog, but still powering through.
Yes.
He'd text me. He was like, "How you feeling? How you
Yeah,
feeling?" I
man.
was like, "Man, I could use some orange juice
Not
right
yours
now."
orange juice.
And then you'd come in with like a big,
Yep.
simple juice.
Not a little
or-
small one, a
no,
big
like
one. I
the
get her a
big
big
one,
one.
and I would
Yes.
just like chug it for the
Yes.
next 2 days. It was great.
Yes. Yes.
And like God love you for
Yes.
that.
Exactly.
But like I never missed a day,
Wow.
even when I was sick, sick.
Oh, my God, that's
I mean,
crazy.
there was one. I think you were around. Yeah, you were around. I sprained my quad.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Right? It was humongous. It was like twice as big as I had ever seen it, swollen. And I had to engineer 6 shows that day, but you
Okay.
best bet I was walking back and
Yeah,
forth
yes.
100 feet back and forth 12 times that day.
Now, what's funny
Nothing
is,
stops
at
me.
the old place, so some of them you were in the same room as the show was being filmed.
Yes.
Like right here,
It
you
used to
guys,
be in a
you guys
house.
can't see it now. At this studio, Brittany's behind a window in another room. But there were many, hi girl. But many times they were in the room with us.
Right.
It's off to like a corner or
It was
side.
partitioned
A
with
partition.
a window.
Yeah, with a window.
With the smallest window.
Yeah, with a small window. But now they're in a different, separate like nucleus area, and in all those studios.
Right. It was like a central
Yes.
control booth
Yes.
50 feet away from the
Yes.
actual studio.
So we're gonna take a quick break because I can talk to her forever. We just keep
I
going,
know.
but we're gonna take our little
Shoot.
break so you can hear one of my songs. I thought of her about as my songs,
Yeah.
and this is Extra Connections. We'll be right back. Oh my God, like totally. 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 Totally, 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 totally. Oh my God, like totally. back. This is Extra Connections. I'm James Lott Jr. and with my friend Marisa Serafini.
Hello, everyone.
That was my song, "Oh My God," like totally. And
I
that came
totally
out-
forgot about that song. I was like, oh, yes, the song's bringing back.
That was one of my most popular songs I ever did about 4 years ago, and that's with Chog featuring James Lott Jr., a group I do stuff with all the time.
Isn't that like your second song or something?
That's my second song. After
It
I Am
was.
Ready, which everybody knows that song.
I remember.
And that was my second song. So I'm very proud. That was 4 years ago. I have 4 albums out. That's really crazy.
Look at that. Good for you. That's awesome.
So, okay. So what I want to ask you, because you worked at a place
I did.
that was female owned, co-female owned.
Yes.
And now we're talking about how everything's about the female now. Can you kind of talk about what was it like to be a female at a place that had a female, one of the leads was a female?
Well, I mean, yes, it was owned by females, but it was run by men.
males. Okay.
By men. I mean, the one who was making the creative decisions was Kevin.
Yeah.
The one who was making the executive decisions in the studio was Phil. He's a
All right.
he's a man.
Right.
And everything that I had to do still had to go back to men in
Got
the
it.
decisions. So, yes, I was one of the regular females that you saw running around
All the time.
doing ish,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, the hierarchy above my pay grade, so to speak, was
Yeah.
still men.
Yeah.
Maria was only there,
Like a
she
figurehead,
popped her
kind
head
of,
in
yeah.
like every couple months.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, she funds the place, but
Yeah.
it's really Kevin's baby.
Yeah. Were there any decisions that you did make while you were there that you're happy you got to be a part of? Anything that stands out over all the years you were there? You're like, I'm glad I made that decision. I mean, because daily you would make certain decisions with certain shows. Like we came up with things for my shows that were good.
Right.
And creating One House to Heart, obviously that was
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
And your other show you did, oh my God.
So many. I did so many
I think the
shows.
Hallmark shows, like you really from
Chesapeake- I
that
did
you
Chesapeake
got that
Shores at
Hallmark Channel
Hallmark.
connection together.
Yeah, well,
That
you
was
know,
you.
the reason why is because we were doing so many shows. It's all reality because we found like reality trends better and tracks better
Yeah,
with
it does.
numbers. It's easier to talk about. It's easier to produce. People love garbage television.
Yeah, they do.
So
they
we
do.
were doing Bachelor, Bachelorette,
Big
Bachelor
Brother,
Pad, Big
yeah,
Brother,
mhm.
Below Deck, Medium, like
Yeah.
all the Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah, all the
wives or all the
housewives,
housewives. We were
American
doing all the
Medicine, yeah.
garbage shows, and it was just like killing my brain because my IQ is so much higher than that. And it was draining me, and then like I was like, "Ugh, I just want to do something that I'll actually enjoy listening to. And I got into Hallmark because I was actually going through a really dark.
Yes.
Well, it was kind of dark, but more like just kind of like an angry / sad time in
Yeah.
my life, and it was just like a hard year for me. 2015 was like awful. That was the year I almost went back to Illinois and just like F my whole career.
Yeah.
I'm getting another one. Didn't do that.
No, obviously.
Almost did.
Almost.
But 2015 like broke me.
Thanks for the heart smiles.
So like 2015, at the end of 2015, December, it was Christmas time. I
There
was
you go.
back home, already done with life. I ended up stumbling upon a little show called Ben Calls the Heart. It was the last 2 weeks of the year. I hated 2015, but I found the best
I know.
show to round
Yes.
that show out.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I want to talk about. This is nice. It makes me feel better. It made me feel better than I felt that entire year in those 2 weeks I watched the show.
Wow.
I was like, let's do this. Because it was something for me personally that I could bring to work so I could be happy at work. Because
I like that.
nothing else was making me happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Even
Yeah.
hosting. I mean, it's like, and I can't tell you how many calls I had with my parents of like how much I couldn't stand working
Yeah.
there anymore. And it's been years, but I just put on a smile and still, and I'm a workhorse.
Yeah,
I
you're a
just,
professional.
Just keep
Yeah.
working. It's
Yeah.
my job. I am getting paid, but it wasn't feeding me. Like in my career, in my life, it wasn't feeding me happiness or whatever. So I stumbled upon Hallmark shows, and it was the only thing that was like generally making me happy again at work. It made it tolerable, and I think the following that came with the Hallmark shows
Oh wow.
was
Yeah.
even more, huge than I thought it was gonna be, and that just kind of added to more happiness that didn't expect to
'Cause
find.
you did Chesapeake Shores.
Yeah, Chesapeake Shores.
Did you do Good Witch or no?
No, but
Okay.
I like the show. But it has a completely different feel from like When Calls the
Yeah,
Heart
yeah.
and whatnot. And it's a good show too. I enjoy it. But I couldn't find any hosts that were interested in hosting that, so I didn't do it. but I managed to do Chesapeake Shores from the beginning. And we got, I already had good relationships with Hallmark publicists.
She did.
They helped give me guests for that show as well. And, it just kind of followed. And I had a good career or like a good connections with Hallmark people and Crown Media. I'm still interested.
I know, okay, folks, still interested. But no, I'm going to say this because she came to me and was like, James, I know how you are. I get to show your love. I grew up on the Waltons, Little House on the Prairie. I love all those kind of shows. Seventh Heaven. I like those kind of shows. So she was like, I think she gave me a whole, like, here's the rundown.
I gave him homework.
Gave me homework.
Because he was going on a trip.
Yep.
And I was like, just watch the first 2 episodes and let me know how you feel.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's all you have to do. And it's up to you if you want to continue it or not. Just give it a shot.
I loved it.
I was sold on the first episode. And I was like, I know he loves Days.
Yeah.
Did
I was sold. I was sold.
And I just knew your personality would also enjoy it.
Yeah, I did. It did. I was sold, and I mean that show changed both of our lives in terms of just in personally and professionally. And I give it to you because you really did work. Hi, Candace Mack. Oh, we love Candace Mack. Hi, Candace Mack from Baltimore.
Hi, Candace.
You really did grow from scratch this relationship where we had major stars from the show.
We had these stars.
We had these stars on our show. And we also had the executive producer, Brian Bird, several times. The head writer. We had people that really loved our show, our little show that could.
We even got to go to the, Hardy's Family Reunion and get exclusive interviews that, no one else really had. We had kind of like VIP rights.
We did.
In no way did we really deserve it.
Well, I think it was our infectious, like you said, it's our infectious time that made us really go. We love this show because the thing about AfterBuzz is supposed to be like friends talking about a show, and how you're sitting around talking about a show.
Right.
It's like water cooler, but with your friends. It's really fun, and we really did enjoy the show so much that we talked about it, and we earnestly.
We were genuine too.
We were genuine about it, and we did say a few things we didn't like with the show here, and they would say, "Well, I didn't care for that."
We always backed it up with reasoning.
And we talked about it, and I think they saw that. But I always say to you, you totally started that and got it going off the ground. And we got major numbers.
Yes, we did. Our numbers were better than wrestling. And you know how crazy the wrestling
fans are?
huge.
Wrestling's huge.
I effing hate them. I'm trying not to curse.
Yes, I know. I know. Go. Thanks, girl.
I cannot stand wrestling. I can't stand anybody related to wrestling or the wrestling fans. I've met wrestlers in real life. They're awful people. They are. I'm saying it now because I couldn't say it at AfterBuzz.
Yes, you can say it now. Say it now, girl. Save space.
They're awful people. But our numbers, and I was tracking our numbers were doing better than wrestling shows. Our little Hallmark show did better than Monday Night Raw. Just saying.
And just saying, those Hardys who named themselves, hi Hardys, you're watching this, and there are a few watching now, they actually helped influence just the whole Twitter, and they were doing better than Walking Dead numbers on tweet live tweeting.
Trending with Walking Dead.
They were trending. I mean, this Hallmark Channel got it going on, and their Christmas thing is outrageous, and it is just like.
No, I did the Christmas this year. I got up to 36 movies, and there was 44.
You're my mom.
I think 44, 45.
Yeah, they had a lot.
I slacked in December, not going to lie, only because, I went to the East Coast, and then I came back and I was working. And then I was traveling back to Illinois in December, so I kind of tapered off in December. So the last few movies that aired in December, I just still haven't gotten to.
My mother has them on her DVR. She'll get to them at some point, even though it's February. Hi, Mom.
It's okay.
Okay, so as you look back on your time at AfterBuzz, I mean, she did release a statement a while back, and it's all out there and everything. But just as you look back on that, now you've released that statement and everything, as you just kind of settle in, and you said it's been gone a year now.
I released it because I felt like enough time has passed for me to just clear the air a little bit with myself.
Because she was very silent the whole time.
I was, and I'm not a kind of person who. Nope. Throws my life out on social media. Love you do that, but I personally am not that person. But that's your career, that's not mine. I only hosted because it was the fun thing to do at AfterBuzz, so I didn't get stuck in a booth for 8 to 14 hours, and I did. when I started AfterBuzz, it was just me and Phil engineering for 9 hours
That's right.
straight.
Take
there
that,
was
Brittany.
there was one day, one
Yeah.
Sunday, I'll never forget this. We used to call it Black Sundays because that was the day we had our most shows. It was all the weekend shows, all the
Oh,
Friday
my
shows
God.
that aired, and we didn't cover on Saturdays. So it all just
Yeah.
overlapped to Sunday. We called it Black Sunday. Phil once changed the entire schedule of Sunday to make it back to back to back just so I can engineer it. I'd be the only engineer for 13 shows. 13 hours.
Oh, my God.
Back to back to back. And that was in like 2013. I can't tell you all the shit I had to do from like when we moved to an actual building. It's
Well,
like, so I've engineering, I'm done it.
Well, I'll tell you what I always say. The one time I did 4 shows in a row, and you engineered all 4 shows of
did.
mine. It was like 5
5
hours and 17 minutes. I
minutes.
don't forget that. That was like
because we were timing it.
we're timing it.
5
And I
hours
was like,
and
that
17
was
minutes.
crazy. You should hear my voice for 5 hours.
No,
and 17
but I
minutes.
love you. Like
Yeah, I know.
that, I honestly I didn't mind. But
Yeah, it was fine.
It was getting to a point like I just couldn't. I had to take a step away,
Yeah.
and that's why I left. There, I mean, it was a lot of reasons,
Yeah.
multiple upon multiple years and years of reasons why I finally left.
Yeah.
But I felt for my statement to bring it all back. I felt like enough time has passed for me to just kind of release it, so I'm not as angry about it
Good.
anymore.
Good.
Because I did spend this last year quiet, pent up,
Yeah, you did.
and I just kind of like put it on paper. You know, like you know how they always say like journaling
Yeah.
or
Oh yeah.
writing.
Oh yeah. No, I
If you
believe
take
that.
your thoughts and put it somewhere else and then walk away,
Yeah.
you feel better. And I did that. And I actually started with a December, just like a reflection of where I came from in the year and just kind of like trickled into.
Went backwards.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it month to month to month and how I felt at the beginning of 2019 to at the end of 2019. I was miserable in 2019, beginning.
Yeah.
And then I left. I completely went away from AfterBuzz, and I'm like more happy now than I ever have been. And I was just talking to my mom because I saw her in Christmas time. I saw my family, and she's like, Marissa, I feel like I have my old daughter back.
There
You
you
used to be so happy and so sweet. And these last years, and I think it was like the last 4 years, she's like, you've been so angry and so unhappy. I'm so glad to have my daughter back. She's like, because AfterBuzz was killing your soul. Just not as a person,
Yeah.
your soul.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm like, I put on a smile. It's
Right.
like, and like, you saw my smile on camera, but you didn't see my tears behind it.
There you go.
And like, I like to think I faked a lot of it.
Which professionally, that's what you're supposed
Yeah,
to kind of do
professionally
anyway.
you do,
Yeah.
and you like it's your job. But I mean, and there were some parts I actually my favorite part was hosting, and I wasn't even a host. So
Right.
like, I mean,
Right.
I was, but like hosting wasn't even my career.
Yeah.
I was I'm a filmmaker, but
Yeah.
like hosting was really the only thing I truly enjoyed at AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
But like, I don't have to go to AfterBuzz to host.
Nope,
I can go
nope.
anywhere. I can be here
Be
sitting
here.
next to you
Yeah.
at a completely different studio
Right.
with other cool people and still do the same thing. And
Yeah.
so it's just like when I found out there wasn't anything left that was making me happy, I had to leave.
Which is the biggest lesson of all, folks out there. As you know, I'm a certified life coach also, one of the main things I do. But that's something, if you're not happy, you got to do something to change it. And Tony Moore says, I'm glad you found you're happy.
Thank you, Tony.
And Tony, he knows her. He's worked with her for years too. But that's the whole thing. That's the lesson. Now, this whole thing, the lesson is to show you, when you go through stuff, you go through it, you try to be professional as you can. You should be as professional as you can.
Right.
And when you need to change it, you change it.
Yeah, and honestly, I tried leaving years ago.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
But like financially, just LA,
Yeah,
like
it was
I
tough
just
out here.
fell into a pit that I couldn't get out of. And AfterBuzz actually was there for me.
See?
Like they did give me a job back, so I did have like some supplemental income and stuff. But it's just when your parents, I think it's like when your friends tell you something, you're like, yeah, sure, cool, whatever. I hear you, but I'm not listening to you. But like when your parents tell you something, you're like,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when my mom, the sweetest human being
Yeah.
on earth, when she passes, she's gonna go straight to heaven. And when she
Just
honestly,
straight there, just
yeah,
straight there.
when she honestly tells you that, like, you have been so unhappy every
Yeah.
time we have to drop you off at the airport and you're bawling your eyes out. It's hard because, like, I didn't have a boyfriend or like anyone in my life. I was going back to a place with no family.
That's tough. That's tough.
Doing a job that like was so draining.
Yeah.
Like my mom was like, it was hard dropping you off for
I'm sure.
a few like years.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm so glad it's not like that anymore.
See, a happy ending after all,
Right.
folks. And on that note, we're going to take our last break of the evening. We're going to talk more. Marissa played our game with her that I play with everybody also, and also find out a little bit what she's doing these days. I'm James Lott Jr. Extra Connections. Marisa Serafini. Be right back.
I want to live where the world is free. I want to live where I can be me. I want to live where I can see. I want to live where I am me. I want to live where the world is free. I want to live where I can be me. I want to live where I can see. Get up, realize the sky. Feel the warming sun above. It's time to fall in love. Get up, realize the sky. Feel the warming sun above. It's time to fall in love. Let's be kind to one another. It's free. Let's be nice to one another. Join me. I'll get the party started. Follow me. I'll get the party started. Follow me. I'm watching the world move so fast. It's amazing that anything will last. I'm trying to forget my past. At the same time, have a blast. I'll get the party started. Follow me. Get up, realize the sky. Feel the warming sun above. It's time to fall in love. Get up, realize the sky. Feel the warming sun above. It's time to fall in love.
We are back. We're just gossiping like two little schoolgirls between the breaks.
We haven't seen each other in like
in a while.
months.
Yes, we're talking about my love
We're
life.
catching up on life.
This is Extra Connections. I'm James Lott Jr. and Marisa Serafini.
It was so just did not get professional there. Ding ding ding.
It's my show. I can do what I want. Okay, so we're gonna play a little quick game.
Yes.
And then we're gonna ask you what you're doing.
Oh,
Okay.
fun. Okay, cool.
So just roll carefully. Wherever it falls on, then I
I'm
will.
slightly nervous because the last time I played a dice game, it was a little bit more risque than this.
No, this is a clean. It's a
Okay,
clean version.
good. I trust
Everybody
you.
gets nervous, but it's a clean one.
Rolling. Ooh.
Oh, they're done. All right.
What is it?
Okay, so you have to answer. I'm just gonna read it to you.
Oh, okay.
Read it to you. Okay.
Mystery.
The best compliment I ever received is.
Oh gosh.
I know over the years you got compliments from things, but I'm just wondering.
See what? I think someone. I can't really remember exactly who, but it was someone I like only knew for like 1 or 2 months. They're like, you can do everything. and I was thinking about it. I was like, I can do anything I put my mind
Hmm.
to. I like to think that I love learning. I'm a student learner.
You are.
I
Yes.
constantly
Yes.
love learning because I find that's fun. And I excel at things really quick. I can pick things up within 5 minutes and just do it and then do it better than most people because I can take the time to really hone it and expand upon it. And someone told me that man, you can do everything. You can do graphic designing and singing and all these things. I'm not going to list them all, but then I'm like, yes, thank you.
It's nice
But
having that.
also I had to remember, it's but I also took the time to learn all those things.
Which is good.
And I'm
That's good.
I applied myself to
Yeah.
learn those skills and really do it. And I think it's some people only want to be known for one thing.
You
I
do.
want to be known for a lot of things. And I think one of my God-given gifts is that I'm a quick study. I can pick things up within 5 minutes.
And
So if it's new,
and you're talking to a person
yeah.
who does a million things, so I understand that
Exactly.
completely.
And I think that's why we get along
yeah.
so well, because you do a million half things.
It's-
I can do a million
yes.
half things.
She did one of my websites. We've done shows
Yeah.
together, but she can engineer,
I
she can this, she
haven't-
can host. Yeah.
I mean, with AfterBuzz, oh God, how many times had I redo that godforsaken website?
That's good.
At least 4 times in my career.
That's so funny.
All the way through from 20,000 plus individual episodes, redoing them over and over and over again. Every time we rebuilt a new website, it was awful. And I
And
think
she created graphics for
that
our
was another
shows,
thing
all
that
kind
killed
of
me.
stuff.
But I knew how to do websites, and I finally did my personal website, MarisaSerafini.com.
There you go.
I redid it in 9 hours, and I haven't done a personal website since 2010, 2011, and I did mine in 9 hours.
We're going to do one more roll.
Okay, rolling.
time
That
do
wasn't
it
really
again.
roll.
That
That was
wasn't a roll.
a toss. No, not again.
It's the last question for that because time's running out and we talk forever.
Okay, right. Okay.
I feel brave when.
Ooh.
You've had a tough time, but how do you? Do you feel
I feel brave when I try something new.
Oh, there you go.
Because
Okay.
I think a lot of people always have that. It's not like I'm super nervous when I'm trying something brand new.
Yeah.
But when 2019, not gonna lie, I've job hopped a lot.
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many W-9s I signed this last. I can't wait to file
Oh my God, that's
taxes.
right. Oh my goodness,
God.
gonna get a bunch of stuff.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
But I signed more W-9s in this last year than I
That's
have.
so funny.
But every time I've gotten a new job, I've been with new people. And
That's
you
good.
think I would get nervous to be like, oh, it's another new place. There are more new skills. It doesn't really make me nervous. I'd be like, I feel brave when I start something new.
I like that. I like that. So what are you up to these days? What's going on with you these days in terms of professionally?
I'm working.
She's working.
I'm working. I now work at City of Beverly Hills government, which pays. It's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
It pays me what I should be making.
Good.
I do that 3 days a week now, and they're actually trying to get me up to 4, which is
Okay.
great. I mean, yeah, more money, more hours, sure. And I've only been with them a month and a half, so they like me. And then on the days I'm not with them, I'm over at Cinema Makeup School doing graphics and kind of helping redo the media department
Okay.
with another former AfterBuzzer, Mary Lou Mandel.
Oh, Mary Lou Mandel. Oh, I
Yeah,
know her.
Mary-
I didn't know you
yeah.
were there. Okay. How funny.
She got hired to be the head of the media department there, and she called me up literally in the first month that she was there. She's like, Marissa, I need help. She's like, I just need help getting this media department going. It doesn't even have to be full time. I just need your help because I need someone I know I can do creative things with. We can just do whatever random things, get it started, find a rhythm, and then just be on our way. I'm like, just when and where.
There you go.
There are a few people in LA I would jump over a cliff for.
Yes. Yes.
It'd be you and Mary Lou.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. See, she's doing fine, and she does have love in her life too. So she is
do.
doing good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. She has love in her life.
I do.
She's doing good.
Fred, I love you so much.
Up to
He
Fred.
knows, we are so done.
Look at
It's
gonna
us
get-
two, I cannot tell you how in love we are. It's kind of cute, disgusting. Yes. But that's the thing, he saw me at the end, my
Yeah.
ending days of AfterBuzz.
Yeah, he did.
Saw me, probably at the most unhappiest days.
Yeah.
And we were brand new in our relationship, and all he wanted to do was help me. and get me out.
See?
I'm like,
it can't
you're
happen,
such a
kids.
winner.
I know
But-
she's like Brittany's crying in there.
I know.
It can't happen.
He takes care of me.
Yeah.
He feeds me, and I help him with his stuff. Like he just tore his meniscus in his knee.
Ooh, yikes.
So like I have to
Yeah.
help him. So like we help each other physically and emotionally and mentally and
So he's
spiritually.
okay, Fred.
and everything. No, but
Tony's
I've
all-
never been so much in love with someone. And like he's literally one of my favorite people ever.
And on that note, we'll end the show.
There you
I end it with love because this week is Valentine's Day.
It is
So
love.
all you single people out there, I'm with you. I love you. I see you. And you know we're gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. We'll get through the day. It's gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna do a Palentine's or something that day. I'm gonna try to do something different. Yeah, like Galentine's, Palentine's, like that. But don't worry about that. Marissa, tell them where they can find you.
Everyone can follow me at Serafini TV.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for
I love you.
asking me. I was gonna say joining me.
You're joining
I'm
me.
joining you.
Joining me. And of
Yes,
course, you can follow us on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, YouTube at JLJ Media. I'm on TikTok, bitches. That's right. I am a star on TikTok. James Lott Jr. You follow me at James Lott Jr. But of course, as I always say, you follow me where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. At James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms. Next week, we're bringing back in my favorite nurse practitioner, James Simmons. He'll be on, another AfterBuzzer. He'll be on again next week. We're going to talk all kinds. Yeah, I love him. We're going to talk. The Gap Tooth Men are together again. We're going to talk about all things medical next Monday. I'm very excited. Have a great week. See you next time.
What it is, what it's gonna be, no, I can't call it. All I know is I had to step up. Speed it up, cut the chase, go in for first place. Before them other cats try to get ya. Moving them hips, killing me with every tip, girl. You about to get a tip, do it, girl. The worst that goes down is you